Okay, hello students. From the yesterday lecture, you came to know that phase difference between voltage and current vary in different connection of the circuit like resistance, inductor and capacitance. In the case of resistance, you came to know that voltage and current are in the same phase. Now, we will study today that in the case of inductor, what is the phase variation of voltage and current. Suppose that this is AC mains, V is equal to V0 sin omega t, and this is a inductor. Its coefficient of self induction is L. Suppose that voltage developed across this inductor is VL. By Faraday second law, where sigma V is equal to 0, we can say that VL minus V is equal to 0. Therefore, this becomes VL is equal to V, and this is equal to V0 sin omega t. The voltage, it is also known as induced voltage. Induced voltage produced across this inductor will be equal to V0 sin omega t. You know this formula, E is equal to minus L di by dt. From this formula, we may substitute this value VL in terms of minus L di by dt. So this becomes minus L di by dt is equal to V naught sin omega t. From this formula, di by dt is equal to minus V0 by L into sin omega t. Now here, therefore, di is equal to minus V0 by L sin omega t into dt. This is variation of current in the case of inductor. Now, to find out the steady current here, we may integrate on both sides minus V0 upon L sin omega t dt. From here, this is equal to minus V0 by L integral of sin omega t dt. So this becomes minus V0 by L integrating sin omega t, we get minus cos omega t divided by omega. So this becomes V0 by omega L into cos omega t. Now here V0 upon omega L cos omega t, it is written as sin omega t minus pi by 2. So here this is cos omega t. Now we may write omega V0 by omega L sin omega t minus pi by 2, omitting this negative sign here. This omega L I is equal to V0 by omega L into sin omega t minus pi by 2. Now V0 by omega L, it will be equal to I0 this sine omega t minus pi by 2. So I is equal to I0 sine omega t minus pi by 2. Here very important thing for you to understand what is omega L. From this formula I0 is equal to V0 upon omega L. This V0 is peak value of voltage, I0 peak value of the current. So what is omega L? Can you say this omega L behaves as a resistance, so it is called XL. This V0 by omega L is equal to V0 by XL, where XL is equal to omega L, and this XL is known as inductive reactance. Inductive reactance. It behaves as a resistance, so you can say it is resistance, but its name is changed in the case of induction. So XL is equal to omega L, inductive reactance. Its unit is ohm. So it is a resistance for the circuit where L is connected to AC mains. If we want to know XL is equal to omega L, this becomes 2 pi FL. Therefore, XL proportional F and XL proportional L. If increasing frequency of the alternating voltage or alternating current, then this value increases. Similarly, if we are taking the higher coefficient of self-induction, then XL also increases. If we increase the number of turns in the coil, then L proportional N square. So directly we can say XL proportional N square. So on increasing the number of turns in the coil, this XL, that is inductive reactance of the circuit, may also increases. So this is the relation between XL and frequency, and here XL and number of turns. Now graphically we can say that XL is represented here and frequency is represented here, then XL proportional F. So this type of relation will be obtained. This XL has a behavior like resistance. Now here, if we want to find the phase relation between voltage and current, then we can say that V is equal to V0 sine omega t and I equal to I0 sine omega t minus pi by 2. Looking these two equations, we can say that voltage leads current. Voltage leads current, or current lags behind voltage. Lags behind voltage. अभी नहीं. So here, in the case of voltage leads current, we can say V is equal to V0 sine omega t plus pi by 2 and I equal to I0 sine omega t. And here current lags behind voltage, we can say V is equal to V0 sine omega t and I equal to I0 sine omega t minus pi by 2. Both equations give the same sense. Either you can say voltage leads current by 90 degree in the case of induction, or just opposite you can say that current lags behind by 90 degree to the voltage. So in this equation there is a phase difference between voltage and current, that is plus pi by 2. So voltage leads current, and in this case there is a phase difference between voltage and current minus pi by 2. So we can say that current lags behind to the voltage. So here if we want to have the graphical representation, then we can say that voltage leads and current from here. Or if we take voltage from here, then current lags behind. So this will be V, this will be I, and this will be V, this will be I. So this point you have to note in your mind, that in the case of inductor, in the case of induction, when it is connected in alternating circuit, you can say that voltage leads current by 90 degree, or just opposite, current lags behind to the voltage by 90 degree. Now, in the case of capacitance, here let us suppose a capacitor is connected to the AC mains, where voltage V is equal to V0 sin omega t is applied. Let us suppose its capacitance is C and voltage developed across the plate, it becomes Vc. So by applying Kirchhoff's second law, Vc minus VL equal to 0. So similarly Vc is equal to VL, that is V0 sin omega t. We know that Vc is equal to Q by C, where Q is the charge stored on this capacitor and C is its capacitance. So this will be V0 sin omega t. Therefore, Q is equal to CV0 sin omega t. Now we have to find out variation of the current in this circuit, and that will be taken I is equal to dq by dt. dq by dt. So this will be d by dt of value of q CV0 sin omega t. So this becomes CV0, it will be constant quantity, d by dt of sin omega t. Therefore, CV0, now differentiating we get omega cos omega t. So from here, we have omega C V0 cos omega t. Here omega C V0 cos omega t, it will be restated like this way, V0 upon 1 by omega C. It will be written in this form, there is no difference, this will be the same, and here cos omega t. So it is written V0 upon 1 by omega C into cos omega t. So it will be written V0 upon 1 by omega C sin omega t plus pi by 2. Now here, what is this 1 by omega C? This is called xc. This is called xc into sin omega t plus pi by 2. So this becomes I naught sine omega t plus pi by 2. Therefore, I is equal to I0 sine omega t plus pi by 2. So when voltage V is equal to V0 sine omega t is applied in the case of capacitor, then current I will be equal to I0 sine omega t plus pi by 2. Now here first we try to understand what is the sense of XC. XC is known as capacitive reactance. It is known as capacitive reactance. Its unit is also ohm because it is as resistance in the case of capacitor connected to the alternating current. So its unit is same as unit of resistance. So this behavior XC is as resistance in the case of capacitance. So its name is only changed, but behavior is same as the resistance here. Therefore, XC is equal to, on comparing here, we have 1 by omega C. XC is equal to 1 by omega C, or XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. Therefore, we can say XC proportional 1 by F and XC proportional 1 by C. When frequency increases, then capacitive reactance decreases. So what will be relation here? If you want to graphical relation F and here XC, then this will be decreasing because XC proportional 1 by F. As frequency increases, the value of capacitive reactance decreases. Similarly, it is reciprocal to the capacitance. If capacitance of capacitor increases, then its capacitive reactance decreases. Now here, try to understand what is phase relation between voltage and current in the case of capacitance. Now here, applied voltage V is equal to V0 sine omega t and obtained current I equal to I0 sine omega t plus pi by 2. From these two equations, we can say that current is leading to the voltage because phase difference is plus pi by 2. Here delta phi is equal to omega t plus pi by 2 minus omega t, that is plus pi by 2. So we can say that current leads voltage by 90 degree. This equation can be written in another form. V is equal to V0 sine omega t minus pi by 2 I equal to I0 sine omega t. Therefore, here delta phi is equal to omega t minus pi by 2 minus omega t. It becomes minus pi by 2. So the phase difference between voltage and current becomes minus pi by 2. So we can say that voltage lags behind current by 90 degree. So in this way, we have studied about the phase difference between voltage and current in different situations of the circuits. So once I would like to summarize it. First, in the case of resistance, voltage and current are in the same phase. So in the case of resistance, we write V is equal to V0 sin omega t and I equal to I0 sin omega t. Both are in same phase here. So voltage starts from origin and current also starts from origin. This will be V, this will be I, and this is O here. So this will be the case of voltage and current in the case of resistance. Now in the case of inductance, here V is equal to V0 sin omega t. This is applied voltage, but the equation of current I equal to I0 sin omega t minus pi by 2. So from here there is a phase difference between voltage and current. So what you can say, that current lags behind voltage by 90 degree, or V is equal to V0 sin omega t plus pi by 2 and I is equal to I0 sin omega t. If current starts from origin, then voltage leads to the current. So we can say voltage leads current by 90 degree. So this is the situation in the case of inductor. Now here it will be graphically represented like this way. Current starts from origin and then voltage starts from somewhat away here. It starts from the positive directions away from the origin, V and I. And this situation here graphically, when voltage starts from origin, then current lags starts from here, this I0. So there will be two situations in the case of inductor. Either we can say that voltage leads current by 90 degree, or we can just reverse say that current lags behind voltage by 90 degree. Both are giving the same sense. And in this case, XL is equal to omega L. Its name is inductive reactance. In the case of capacitance, we can say when applied voltage is V0 sin omega t, then current comes out following this equation plus pi by 2. So we can say that current leads voltage by 90 degree, or just opposite. V is equal to V0 sin omega t minus pi by 2 and I is equal to I0 sin omega t. So in this case we can say that voltage lags behind current by 90 degree, and in this case XC is called capacitive reactance, that is 1 by omega c. Now next, here we have studied R resistance, L coil and C as a capacitor. separately connected by AC mains. But suppose that if R and L are connected in series, then it is called LR circuit. If R and C are connected in series, then it is known as CR circuit. And if L and C are connected in series, so it is called LC circuit. And LCR are connected in series, so this is called LCR circuit. So now we will study the combination of RL, RC, LC and LCR connected in the AC mains. Then what will be the behavior of resultant voltage, resultant current, phase difference and impedance. So LR circuit. Now what is called LR circuit? Here L inductive reactance, that is called coil, and this is resistance. When a coil and resistance are connected in series and this combination is connected to the AC mains, then it is known as LR circuit. Now here suppose this is AC mains and this is inductor or coil and this is resistance R. L and R are connected in series and they are connected to the AC mains, from where this voltage is applied. V is equal to V0 sin omega t. Due to the series combination, the same magnitude of the current will flow through inductor and through resistance. Now here, suppose that in the case of resistance, we know that voltage and current both are in the same phase. Voltage developed across the resistance will be V0 sin omega t and current I0 sin omega t, because we know that in the case of resistance there is no change of voltage between current and voltage. So here VR is equal to V0 sin omega t and I is equal to I0 sin omega t. Both will follow this type of equation. Now here in the case of inductor, we must be careful to say about phase difference between voltage and current. We must remember that in the case of inductor, voltage always leads by the current to 90 degree. So VL is equal to V0 sin omega t plus pi by 2 and I equal to I0 sin omega t here. So this is the situation between voltage and current in the case of L and R. Now we would like to show it on as a phasor diagram. Phasor related to phase, phasor related to phase, and phase is what? Omega t. This omega t is called phase. Since this voltage and this phase both are related, according to this phase, when phase changes, then voltage changes as well as current also changes. So this is called phasor diagram and phasors. Phasor diagram means the relation, graphical relation between voltage and phase. Actually it is a scalar quantity, but it behaves like a vector, so it is known as phasor. So we can obtain the relation between voltage and current following as a vector quantity. Now from the origin O, here we will take current I. In the case of resistance, both are in the same phase. This means VR and I have no phase difference. So in the direction of current, there is a voltage developed across resistance. When current flows along this axis, then direction of voltage will also follow the same direction because VR and I have no phase difference. But in the case of VL and I, you look here, you have that this leads by pi by 2. This voltage leads to the current by pi by 2 in the plus direction. So if this is current, this is the direction of current, then this will be VL and this is 90 degree in positive direction. Therefore, what will be VR and what will be resultant of VR and VL? Their resultant will be here. This will be V. Now, this is V. If we follow here the vector laws, then we can say, let us suppose this angle is phi, this angle is phi, then what will be the value of V? This V will be equal to under root VR square plus VL square. This is resulting voltage in this circuit, LR circuit. It is resulting voltage in the LR circuit, whereas this VR voltage developed across resistance and VL voltage developed across inductor. But when both are connected in the series, then there will be a resultant voltage, and that resultant voltage can be obtained by this formula under root VR square plus VL square. Since the same magnitude of current will flow in both inductor and resistance, let us suppose that is I. So this will be written as IR by Ohm's law, and this will be IXL whole square, also like Ohm's law. So take I common, we have R square plus XL square. So from here, V by I is equal to under root R square plus XL is written as omega L whole square. This V by I, it is resultant, this V upon I, this is resultant voltage and this is the current flowing in the circuit. So this ratio is as a resistance. This ratio is equivalent to the resistance, but it is not directly called resistance. In the case of circuit, it is known as impedance, and that is denoted by Z. Z is equal to V upon I. So this is under root R square plus omega L whole square. Now what is Z? This Z is impedance. Impedance of LR circuit. This is impedance of LR circuit. Now here this Z is equal to V upon I. It may be virtual voltage and it may be virtual current. So this relation is also equal to V RMS upon I RMS. So the value of Z is calculated by V RMS upon I RMS. Now it is Z, impedance of LR circuit behaving like resistance. The behavior of this impedance is resistance. So it is resistance, its unit is ohm. The unit of Z is also ohm because it is resistance. Now here if you want to find the phase relation, in this case we may have from this tan phi, this is equal to VL upon VR. VL is equal to IXL and this is IR becomes XL by R. So that is omega L upon R. Therefore, phi is equal to tan inverse omega L upon R. This is phase relation between voltage and current in the case of LR circuit. Now here, if we consider R is equal to 0, then circuit becomes purely inductor connected. So in that case, I is equal to tan inverse omega L by 0. So this will be pi by 2. Therefore, we can say that in the case of inductor only, there is a potential, there is a phase difference between voltage and current pi by 2, as you have already studied. Next, similarly, we will study CR circuit. CR circuit. What is CR circuit? When capacitor and resistance are connected in series and the combination is connected to a Siemens, that is called CR circuit. Here, this is capacitor and this is resistance. R and C, applied voltage V is equal to V0 sin omega t. Since both are connected in the series, therefore current flowing in C and R will be same. Now here, voltage across the resistance will be V0 sin omega t and I is equal to I0 sin omega t, because both are in the same phase. But in the case of capacitance, we know that voltage lags behind. So V0 sin omega t minus pi by 2 and I is equal to I0 sin omega t. Voltage lags behind to the current in the case of capacitor. So this equation will be written in this form. Now here we have to draw a phasor diagram between VC and VL. How to draw it? We take like this. Now in the case of resistance, both are in the same phase, so current and VR follow the same direction. This is origin O. In the case of capacitor, this voltage lags behind to the current, so VC will be plotted in negative direction of voltage because here is 90 degree. Now in between I and VC, there is a phase difference of minus pi by 2. So this will be in the negative direction. Now here, this will be its resultant, that is V, and suppose this angle is phi. Similarly, we can also find here VR square plus VC square. This is the resultant voltage in CR circuit. This will be under root IR whole square plus IXC whole square. So take I common, we have R square plus XC square. Therefore, V upon I is equal to under root R square plus XC square. This V upon I is known as Z, that is impedance of the circuit. This Z is equal to under root R square plus XC square, but XC is equal to 1 by omega C whole square. Therefore, Z is equal to under root R square plus 1 by omega C whole square. So with the help of this formula, we can find out impedance of CR circuit. And you know that this behaves as a resistance, so its unit will be ohm. So Z is equal to this much. And this Z is also calculated by applying this formula, V upon I or V RMS divided by I RMS. Now here, what will be phi? This means phase difference between voltage and current. We have tan phi here. Tan phi is equal to Vc divided by Vr. So this will be Ixc by Ir. So xc by r. Putting the value of xc, we have 1 by omega c r. Therefore, phi is equal to tan inverse 1 by omega c r. Now here, considering the case, if r equal to 0, then phi is equal to tan inverse 1 by 0, which is equal to pi by 2. In this way, if resistance is absent in CR circuit, then only in the case of capacitance, there is a phase difference of 90 degree between voltage and current. Now, next circuit, LC circuit. LC circuit. In LC circuit, this coil and this is capacitor. Coil and capacitor are connected in series, and then this combination is connected to AC mains. So this is here LC circuit. This is L, and here capacitor C. This. Now, in the case of capacitor, we can say Vc is equal to V0 sin omega t minus pi by 2 and I equal to I0 sin omega t, because voltage lags behind to the current by 90 degree. In the case of inductor, VL is equal to V0 sin omega t plus pi by 2 and I equal to I0 sin omega t. In this case, voltage leads to the current by 90 degree. So, drawing the phase relation between L and C, we have this type of relation. Let us suppose this will be the direction of current, which is represented on x-axis, and voltage is taken on y-axis. In the case of inductor, here voltage leads plus pi by 2 to the current. So, this is 90 degree, this is the direction of VL. And in the case of capacitor, this is minus pi by 2, means voltage lags behind to the current. Since current is taken on origin, therefore it will be Vc here in negative direction. Now, if you consider the resultant voltage between VL and Vc, we may have here VL minus Vc or Vc minus VL. This will be the difference of VL and Vc. So, we can say that resultant voltage V is equal to VL minus Vc. This will be IXL minus IXC. I take out XL minus XC. So, V upon I is equal to XL minus XC. This V upon I is called Z. Z is equal to XL, that is omega L, and it is minus 1 by omega C. From this formula, you may calculate impedance of this LC circuit. Now, here, if we take a very special case, in ideal condition, if Z is equal to 0, actually this Z will never be 0 due to somewhat resistance in coil and capacitance, but if Z is taken as 0, then what happens? Omega L minus 1 by omega C will be equal to 0. Therefore, omega L is equal to 1 by omega C. So, omega square LC is equal to 1. So omega is equal to 1 by under root LC. If it is taken as 1 by FO is equal to 1 by under root LC, then FO is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root LC. This is a very special frequency in the case of LC circuit. This frequency is known as resonating frequency. Resonating frequency. So if Z becomes 0 in the case of LC circuit, then a very special frequency comes out, that is called resonating frequency. So this is the condition for resonating frequency to obtain in the case of LC circuit. Okay, that's over. Thank you.